MrAlex was right there. But Max was really able to get that thing in place. And it's kind of interesting, you know, sometimes when people get exposed to that Ivan exploit, they really look for it. They really are on the lookout for that Ivan exploit. And so named, of course, after our original champion, Ivan the Reasonable, who was the first person to use that in one of our tournaments. And sometimes I find that when I try to look for them, I spend more time trying to get clever and work around than I would have just spent just modeling it straight, you know? But good for Max finding that one and using that in his workflow. And that is kind of the spirit of this tournament. You know, we try to keep it fun, and there definitely is that opportunity to use that exploits. Hey, what's up, everybody? Before we get into today's epic CAD vs. CAD battle, I just wanted to make a quick announcement. All month, we're going to be taking the challenges from the tournament, and we're going to be remixing them a little bit, maybe changing some dimensions, changing the material, and we're going to be adding them to the library over at tootalltoby.com. So if you want to challenge yourself to see if you could model these parts faster than our speed modelers from the tournament, this is your chance. Head over to tootalltoby.com, sign up for an account, and unlock Practice Models Premium. And we are going to continue remixing these tournament challenges and posting them in the Practice Models library all month. So I hope you guys enjoy all those challenges. And of course, be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think about today's CAD vs. CAD battle. So GG to Max on that one. Really moved fast through that model, really got that geometry in place, had a good game plan, was able to get those tricky corners done. And GG, of course, to MrAlex as well. You got to win 2 points, though, to move on. So both of our runners trying to move on and get into that final four so they can win themselves a 3D printer from our sponsor, Prusa.
I like Big B from AZ's comment here. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Oh, I like that.
Support that, but I like the sentiment.
I like it. I like it. Yep. So, all right, guys. So we're going to move on to the next challenge here. Let's see what this next challenge is. And of course, we can't decide what that next challenge is. We have to turn to our Wheel of Fate and our Wheel of Fate sponsor, Plasticity. So I'm going to give this thing a little bit of a shuffle. Give this thing a little bit of a shuffle. Here we go. Aaron, any guesses before I spin it?
If I keep going with 23, eventually I'm going to be right. So I'm just going to go with 23 again.
Here we go. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Spin! Let's see what the Wheel of Fate has in store for our runners. Well, all those people who thought 23 were probably feeling real good about that for a second. So congratulations, everyone. And this next challenge is going to be challenge number 20. All right, Aaron, are you ready for the second match?
So ready. Let's do this, man.
Here we go. MrAlex, our number 8 seed, using SolidWorks from Latvia, going up against Max, our number 11 seed from Denmark, using Fusion. If Max can win this one, he will move on to the final four and he will win a 3D printer. If MrAlex can win this one, then we all win because we get to go on to a third battle. This CAD vs. CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go! What is the total mass of this multi-body part or assembly in x.xxx pounds? The tolerance is plus or minus 0.003 pounds. This part is called umbrella stand, or this model, and the material is various, CBOM. The density is various, CBOM. So we've got a multi-body challenge here for our runners. Tier 4 challenge. Really, it's like Tier 4, Tier 5. Heading into the Elite 8. So here we go. MrAlex on the left using SolidWorks. Max on the right using Fusion.
Looks like parts number 1 and 3 are very similar, but slightly different. It'll be interesting to see how our two runners handle the very slight differences and what they can leverage between the two.
Yes, as we get deeper and deeper into these tournaments, it becomes a little bit more important that we get our geometry in the correct place. It becomes a little bit more important that we think about kind of all the dimensions. It's a lot easier to get mixed up by the dimensions on the print as the prints get more complicated. So very interesting here. Max on the right decided to extrude that block, got that block extruded, and then going through and adding in this hole here to the block. And I like the way he dimensioned that hole using that 45-degree line coming off of the block. That was pretty pretty insightful to realize that he could do that. And now it looks like he's using some type of a circular pattern to get the additional instances of this thing. So let's see if he's able to figure out what that angle needs to be. Meanwhile, we see MrAlex on the left using SolidWorks, going to make all 3 of those holes equal. So pretty interesting here. I like the way Max is coming into this, kind of came in with a plan. And now it looks like he's trying to figure out what is going to be the best way to, to execute that plan. He abandoned the circular pattern and switched over to a mirror and was able to kind of quickly recover there from that misstep.
It'll be interesting to see how the two approaches end up in the end here. We got MrAlex, who that large fillet on the lower right corner, he sketched that into, included that in his primary sketch there, whereas Max looks like he started with a square and then he added a fillet afterwards in the solid model, as opposed to creating that geometry in the sketch. So we'll see which one pays off.
And Miguel in the chat says, with these tournaments, we learn so many new things. That's so cool to hear. And that is really what this is all about. Everything we're doing here, it's like it's supposed to be like an educational esport. It's my favorite new esport is watching these live CAD tournaments, but we definitely want it to be educational as well. So MrAlex modeling these parts kind of in the orientation that they would be when they're assembled. It looked more like Max maybe was considering making a second part there kind of next door. He might be going for an approach where he's just going to kind of model out the parts. So we'll see which technique ends up yielding a faster answer here. This is a fun model because those poles don't go all the way through. They're the pockets that are in the plastic parts for those wooden poles, they stop short. They stop short on the bottom and they also stop short on the top. You can see they're not protruding out the top. And so our users need to figure out the most elegant way to create those holes and then to create, in this case, a multi-body part or an assembly in order to get everything to be the correct size, get everything to be the correct length. And so
I love the multi-body approach here in the challenge. It's such a powerful way to model. Not everyone is familiar or supports multi-body modeling. I've always been a big fan of it myself. I think it's just it's a faster, more sophisticated way to model certain things. Not everything, but certain things.
And we see Matab in the chat, who's going to be competing next week, says, got it. So he is, not only is he watching, but he's also getting himself ready for next week. And both of our runners look like they may be coming up with a mass. So we're going to really keep an eye on the chat here. Keeping an eye on the chat. And MrAlex comes in with an answer, 3.4599 pounds. That is not correct. That is not correct. So he's going to have to revise his answer. He's going to have to look at the model and see if he can't figure out what went wrong there. And Max coming in with an answer, 3.208 pounds. That is not correct. That is not correct. So both of our runners have now answered incorrectly one time. So the first answer came in from MrAlex, 3.4599 pounds. That is not correct within tolerance. And then our second answer, 3.4599 pounds. And then our second answer there came in from Max, 3.208. That is not correct. That is not correct within tolerance. So both of our runners trying to resolve this. And Max adjusting his answer, 3.22 pounds. That is not correct. That is not correct. So, and MrAlex revising his answer, 3.306 pounds. And that is not correct either. Guys, we got ourselves our first push. We didn't even get to do the clock of doom. Neither of our runners was able to come up with the correct answer. And so if you're out there in the chat and you finished it and you want to type in the correct answer, this is your chance for the ultimate flex. Coming in with an answer from the chat, Atse comes in with an answer, 3.61. Dom comes in with an answer, 2.828. Does anybody else in the chat want to enter their answer? Matab comes in with an answer, 3.06. The correct answer is 3.061 plus or minus 0.003 pounds. 3.061 is the correct answer. So neither of our runners get a point on that one. Wow, wow, wow.
A lot of pressure in here. It's tough to model quickly when the pressure's on. Everyone's looking at you.
Yes, yes, indeed. And it's a fun model. That model, that umbrella stand, I like that one. That one's definitely going to end up in our practice models library. You could 3D print that, and then you could order those dowels, and then you'd have a nice umbrella stand, or you could give one to your your grandma. I don't know who has. That's who I always imagine has an umbrella stand in their, in their entryway. It's probably your grandma who has one of those. I don't know who else has one. You got an umbrella stand in your entryway there, Aaron?
I do not. No umbrella stand. No.
Probably not too worried about it.